I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display. This is war with the enemy. Think
Before we get into the video, let me start off by addressing some things. This channel is very authentic. This channel is not only about the things that I'm currently doing, it's also about my past life. I'm not one to sugarcoat stuff. I'm not one to get on this app and be fake, front, pretending like I am something that I am not. I'm not going to get on here and pretend like I don't have a past. I'm not going to get on here and just tell you all the good stuff, appear that I'm perfect, come off as if I've never made any mistakes. I've made plenty. I am 54 years old and very proud to be 54 years old because a lot of people didn't make it to 54 years old. So, if your reason for watching my channel is to try and tear me down or tear me apart or be petty or be nitpicky or trying to slick come for me, please understand that I have not always been who I am. And I'm not going to too tough let anybody take me back to who I used to be. But who I used to be is not someone that you want. I promise you. I promise you that I can get down in the mud and get dirty with the best of them. That's not who I am. But don't test me. So to the young lady who, and I'm using it very loosely, young lady. So to the young lady who can, and it's always the ones who don't have a picture, don't have a YouTube page, who always got so much to say, don't even have a real name. They let YouTube pick the name, or it's some pseudo name. Always got something to say. So the young lady who came on my post, out of everything that I posted on Life Over 50, Chloe Barksdale, you know, me going out with my daughter, having a great time with my daughter, me speaking on how much I love my daughter, me speaking on my past life and how my daughter changed my life. The one who came on and said, basically, well, damn, how many exes do you have? Baby, I've had plenty in my 54 years because I'm a beautiful woman. I'm very attractive. And I was far more attractive whenever I was younger. Beautiful, bow-legged, small waist, cute, hair always done, nails always done. I had men crawling out my ass wanting to take care of me. And I mentioned that back in my street pharmacist days. I had them buy me cars, furnishing my apartment, all that other stuff. And you'll hear about it on this channel. So if you're not interested in that, or if you're going to sit here and you're going to judge me because I am talking about my life, which many of you are too ashamed to even talk about what you've been through, the things that you've endured, the things that you've accepted, then just go ahead and exit. Just don't watch my channel. Trust me, I will not lose sleep if you don't. But if you're going to come over here to ridicule me and try and put me down and make yourself feel good, baby, please, please, please be ready to get what you ask for. That's all I'm saying. I will give you what you want. So, to the young lady who came on here and asking, how many men have I had? Let me say this. I was with my child's father for 3 years. I was with my ex-fiance for 3 years. And then I was with the gentleman that I was with long-term for 7 years. But in between that, I've had little relationships. I've had situationships. I've dated. Baby, I have lived my life. And I'm going to keep on living my life. So you might hear about somebody new. But In the meantime, in between time, I'm going to have story times. I'm going to talk about my life experiences. I'm going to talk about the different men that I dated, what I've learned from those situations, how I have come to be in the space that I am in now, where I've finally learned how to love myself after going through everything that I went through whenever I was assaulted by my cousin and assaulted by the guy that I went to school with. It's taken me a long time to get to where I am in this life, to where I do have respect for myself, to where I do love myself. It wasn't always like that. Like I said previously, I used to have the mentality that I'm going to get you before you get me. That was my mentality. I ran from love. I was scared of love. I didn't think I deserved love. So yes, I've dated quite a few men. Quite a few men. But if you're going to come over here and you're going to try and judge me, you're going to watch my channel and then you're going to try and pick me apart, baby, you ain't got to watch my unsubscribe. It won't be no sweat off my back. Unsubscribe. But see, some people, the people like you like to look at other people's channels because you're going to hide behind this red app. And you can be anybody that you want to be. Your life can be perfect. Your marriage can be perfect. Your kids can be perfect. There's certain things that you would never do. But you was a damn lie. You was a lie. It's a lot of stuff that you probably did more stuff, worse stuff than me. So again, if you're gonna come on here and you're gonna judge me because I'm sharing my life stories, things that I've been through, that a lot of women have been through, but are afraid to talk about it or admit it, just go. That's all I got to say. So I done got into it with a couple of people. I got into it with someone on Facebook who had something to say. You'll see about it in this video. Got something to say about me liking men who wear Timberlands, J's, and Polo Boots. Because her self-esteem is such that, in her words, men who have taste basically will cheat on you. And I guess that's why she don't want a man that has taste. Then she has to keep talking about the fact that she was married before. She was married. He married me. I was a wife for 2023, but you're not a wife anymore. And he dogged you and he dragged your ass. And we're going to address that at another time and day, where a lot of women who have been married before or are married look down at women like myself who've never been married. But behind closed doors, you probably should have never got married, because a lot of times he's whooping your butt, he's being disrespectful, he not coming home, he cheating on you, he had a baby outside of the marriage. It's a host of other things that be going on when I be sitting up here listening to these women go on and on, speaking so smugly about the fact that they've been married. Sweethearts, if I wanted to have been married, I could have been married more than once. But the thing about me is that I didn't get married because I knew it wasn't right. And I knew he wasn't right. I didn't blow past the red flags. But most importantly, for a very long time, I never wanted to get married because of when I went through with my mother and my father. Marriage was not important to me. Baby, y'all, some of y'all people on here, especially y'all women, I don't know what kind of world y'all live in, but I live in the real world. Nevertheless, let's go ahead and then we're gonna talk about dressing your age, whatever that is. And one more, because I had pinned her comment to the top of the last video. To the young lady, what is her name? It's pinned to the top of the last video, who told me I had on my green hat that my sister made. Baby, my sister done made me like almost 30 hats over there. And I'm going to wear every single damn one of them. She said, I need to stop wearing my hats because they make me look old. Please understand something about me. I am the inch high private eye. I will find you. I will find your kids. I will find everybody. I have the resources. I used to be a manager at AT&T, baby. I can go into the system and find anything I want. Still got people to work at AT&T. If I want to find you, I can. Just based on your email, based on your name. Plus, I just do research. So, to the young lady who has something to say, first of all, you're 52 years old and you live in Maryland. And I can pull up all your different addresses. I know your first and your last name. Found you on a couple of social media pages. So, I went through your page. And, sweetheart, you're 52. You're 2 years younger than me. And yet, you look like you're 62. You have them busted down wigs that you look like you got off of Timu. They all sit right here, and then you have a very botched um, breast augmentation, and for some reason you think you're a mermaid. And all of your pictures have Snapchat filters on them, but you're gonna come on my page and tell me that I need not to wear the hats that my sister makes me because I look old. But you look older than me, and I'm older than you. So before you guys come on my page in my comments trying to come for me, please understand, sweetheart, that for the most part, I will ignore it. I'll even start deleting comments. But every once in a while, I will give you what you want. That's all I got to say. Now let's go to this video. Love you, bye. Hey, y'all. I am super duper excited. Just got the notification. If y'all don't have informed delivery, I don't know what you're doing with your life. But I just got the notification that they delivered my package today. I got my first sponsorship, y'all. My first sponsorship. And it's from a company that I know about and actually have admired some of their clothing. And so I am super duper stoked to get my package. Oh my God, I hope they didn't just put it up here. Well, this is Amazon package. We're supposed to actually be getting our packages through a delivery system called Fetch, and instead of directly to us. But oh my God, I am so excited. P35. So my package came in through. Here it is, guys. I'm so excited. Let me sit this down. Let me sit my down. Make sure I got everything. So, my first sponsorship clothes. My first sponsorship. Let me say to you guys, thank you. Thank you. When I embarked upon this journey a couple of months ago, I had no idea if I would be successful at it, because I've put it off for so long. Didn't really know what I would talk about, Didn't really know if anyone would be interested. Didn't think my life was all that interesting. But you guys have shown me so much love to the point that I'm getting sponsorships, guys. I cannot thank you guys enough for how you guys have supported me to make this possible. Now let me show you this. Let me show you why I ought to be ashamed of myself. See if anybody's in here. Hold on. This is our gym. This is all our gym. I decided I'm gonna not be lazy. I'm gonna take the stairs up. Ooh, they got him. They're smoking they behind off. And they got here smoking they behind off in these stairwells. But I'm about to show y'all how close I live to the gym, which means there's absolutely no, oh shoot, this is level 2. There's absolutely no reason why my behind shouldn't be going to the gym. I decided I was gonna be grown. Show y'all how close I live to the gym. And taking the stairs. Already out of breath. Jesus Christ, superstar. But I needed it. But y'all, I'm so excited. Oh, Jesus. I want to open up the package, but I'm going to wait. Oh, Jesus. Help me, Lord. And here it is. I'm thinking, my behind. I'm gonna drop the microphone. Here it is, I'm thinking. My boy gonna play some kickball. And I can't even walk up. 45 stairs. Let me open this package. I am gonna do a trial haul video specifically for this company. Y'all, I'm tired. I'll check back with y'all in a minute. But again, thank you. Hey y'all. So got to mom's house a little bit before 10 and left about a little after 1. So 3 hours, and it just seems like we just barely scratched the surface. Just so much paper and just stuff. So this is, after today, I feel a little better. Because even though I feel like I look around, I'm like, we didn't even put a dent in it. We really did do quite a bit as far as the paper is concerned, but it's just overwhelming. So we're gonna go back next week to work some more. One accomplishment that I feel like I did was clean out one of the closets. One of the closets was completely cleaned out. And for that, I feel like I've accomplished something. My sister She worked diligently as far as going through the papers and getting rid of, some of the paper and magazines, and we were just we work hard today. So now I'm getting ready to head to pick up a couple of things that I need to grab. Paper towels, hand towels. I still gotta get a car phone holder. And I want to get the Hot Mama lipstick from Lip Bar, and also check and see if they have this red Milani lipstick. I really am into reds, and I think tonight whenever we go out, I want to wear my red hat. I think I want to wear red tonight. I think I want to be real sassy tonight. So yeah, I guess I'll check back with you guys later. I really don't have a lot I'm right now kind of overwhelmed to really even talk about much of anything. So I'll holler at you guys in a little bit. Hey y'all, hey. Gotta do a little fit check. I told y'all mama gonna be stepping out all 2025. Come on. Let's go. Y'all thought that I was playing with y'all whenever I said that mama gonna be stepping out all 2025. Okay, mama gotta take off this jacket, because even though it's cute, baby, it's hot. Hot. Oh, it's hot. But the good thing about it is that I got a little ride to my destination, which is Vibes at Stonecrest. And so I think this is the perfect opportunity to have story time. Hold on, this is my sister. Okay, y'all. So let me
Baby Fat 04.
hold just a second.
Ain't my mama fine?
Stop this. Okay, y'all. So since I'm on my way to meet my girls at Vibe, not sure if Dee is gonna come. She said she's coming. She's supposed to be right with me, but she had other plans earlier. So Monica's already there waiting on me. So story time about the guy that I met who asked me could he move in with me. And I'm gonna be very transparent. I met him on a dating app. I met him on I can't remember if it was Tinder or if it was Plenty of Fish. I think it was Plenty of Fish. But met this guy on this dating app. Y'all, I gotta tell y'all about me. I am chocolate. I love a chocolate man. When I say a chocolate man, I love a chocolate man. When I say chocolate, I mean black as a boot. I love a man that is so dark that at night, only thing you can see is his teeth and eyes. I like a man that is so dark, he blurple. And it's the funny thing about it is that my father was quite fair skinned, to the point that his nickname back in long time ago, his nickname used to be Red. And you know, my dad had like hazel brown eyes, which I get from him. But my mom was dark skinned, and I don't know what it is. I guess I don't know. But nevertheless, it's something about a chocolate man. I love a man that has a nice goatee, especially if it's gray and is very well kempt. And that's what he was. So met him. We had a really good conversation on, you know, the dating app, and then eventually we moved to, you know, text messaging and everything. I mean, great conversation, you know, whatever, you know, getting to know each other. You know, he's telling me about his life, his past, you know, I'm telling him about my life, my past, or whatever. And, you know, it just seems like a really great guy. So about, I guess to say a month or so in, he says, I'm just going to come out and ask you. He said, if you say no, then, you know, I understand. It's no problem. He was like, but in so many words, he needed a roommate, and he needed a roommate fast. And I'm like, you know, dude, I don't know you. You know, even though I had a 2-bedroom townhouse, whatever, I'm like, you know, hell no. Now, you know, he was like, you know, I understand, no problem. So, don't ask me why I continue to converse with him. We do things that we just do things, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, there's women out there who will quickly say, you should have cut him off then, and you should have did this, and I would have did this, and I would have did that. But like, I'm not you. I didn't. It is what it is. Let's move past that. You're not me. I'm not you. So I continued to converse with him, you know, and we really, you know, we started to date. And he was actually dating me, you know, going out to eat. He introduced me to some new places that I didn't even know about. Conversation was great, and he was just really a sweetheart. I never had to worry about touching my purse or my wallet when we were together. Now, here's the backstory. The backstory is that he had been in a relationship. He had been in 3 long-term relationships. And each one of his relationships, he lived with the woman. And then when things fell apart, he got put out. And, you know, he stayed with his mom. His mom used to be a property manager at an apartment complex. And so he stayed there. But then whenever they sold, they got rid of her mom. Mom moved to Florida. He was living with his girlfriend. And then he came home one day and the girlfriend was like, she didn't want to be with him no more. Kind of found out she had been cheating. So, long story short, I thought he had a roommate, but I come to find out he was actually living in a rooming house. And he didn't want to tell me that because he looked at me and he felt like, you know, I had my stuff together. He didn't like the people that was in the rooming house, you know, this, that, that. He had a job. He was working with the local public transportation, worked all the time, worked at night, got off in the morning. My issue was that he did have, you know, he had a car. It was just a little piece of car. I didn't care about all of that. My issue was that he ended up blowing a tire, and he was riding around on a donut for like weeks. And I had an issue with that. I had a major issue with that because to me, that speaks to being responsible. And so, you know, I told him one day, I said, next time you come over here, I said, I don't want to see that donut on your car. He said I hurt his feelings, and I probably did, but I'm just, you know, speaking from a standpoint of a woman who grew up with a father who took care of things. And so even though he was really good to me, whenever I say he was good to me, he was the type of man that if I would have let him move in, yeah, how about my lash done came off? I think it done came off. I hope it didn't come off. Let me take these glasses off. He's the type of man that he would give me his whole paycheck. Only thing he needed was he needed gas money to get back and forth to work. He needed lunch money to eat if I didn't cook, and some money for weed. That was it. Other than that, he would give me his whole check. Whenever he would come over on the weekends, he would get off at like 7 o'clock in the morning on a 4 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and he would come over and he would be over there until he went to work 7 o'clock in the evening that Monday. So when he would come, here $100, go to the grocery store. We going out, like I said, I ain't got to touch my pockets. But a sweetheart, a sweetheart of a man. So what happened was, while we ended up breaking up, was because what happened was I just wanted him to get his self together. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was living in a rooming house, and he ended up moving to another rooming house. And like I said, I understand that people go through hard times. Shit happens. You know, it could have been me, because he didn't really have any family here. He's from Florida, so he didn't have any family here. He had other issues that, you know, family issues and stuff that had transpired, and I'm not going to go into all of that. But, you know, he had a hard time in life. But he had went to college and played football and, you know, a whole bunch of other stuff. But anyway, he was just going through a hard time. But I'm not a build-a-bear type of woman. I feel like you shouldn't be trying to date until you get your stuff together. Because I say it all the time that for me, and I can't, you know, everybody's not me, but for me, I tell you, my coochie don't even get wet when my money ain't right. You know, I'm not trying to date. I'm not trying to be anything. Only thing I'm thinking about is the way I can get myself up out the hole. And that's how I feel about men. Instead of you trying to date, you need to be figuring out how to get yourself together to where you know, have yourself together. So, you know, every weekend he was coming over there, and, you know, I write books. I was in the middle of working on my book, but I was working during the week, but when he come over there on the weekend, I can't work on my book because he's there. You know, he's watching TV. I'm just not focused. And so what happened was that I said to him, you know, one day I was like, you know, babe, I'm like, you know, I need this weekend to myself. I'm getting behind on my book. I just need this weekend to myself. What I want to say that for? He accused me of cheating. And that's where it all just went downhill. And I'm trying to explain to him, it has nothing to do with me cheating. I'm not cheating on you. I just need to really focus on trying to get this book out, and I can't get this book out whenever you're at the house. I just need this one weekend to myself. So it was just like, really, you know, he kept accusing me, Chloe, if it's somebody else, just tell me it's somebody else, because I'm your man. And I feel like, you know, I should be able, if I want to come over there, I should be able to come over there. It shouldn't be no damn problem, but you don't want me to come over there. So we ended up getting into a really bad argument, and I told him, I said, you need to get yourself together. You're not ready for a relationship. You can't be ready for a relationship until you get yourself together. And because I said, I told him, I said, you need to stop putting yourself in a situation where a woman can tell you to get the fuck out. Because he had never, ever lived on his own, and he was just so hurt, and he was like, he had never lived on his own. You know, he had graduated high school, went off to college, met his college sweetheart, they lived together, had a baby. Whenever they broke up, he moved back home with his mom. He met a woman. Then he moved with her, and they were together for some years, because his relationships usually last anywhere from 3 to 10 years. So but they would break up and they would tell him to get out. So the last situation, she told him to get out. His mom had moved to Florida, so he didn't have where to go. So that's why he ended up moving into a rooming house. So we ended up breaking up. And like I said, he was an amazing guy. He just needed to get himself together, and I have to admit that at that time, I was not the woman who could help him get himself together. And I didn't want to be the woman to help him get himself together, because like I told him, if every time you keep, and like I said, he would take care of all the bills. He wasn't somebody who was trying to get over on women. He's not that type of dude. He is he's a really good guy, but he had never lived alone. He had never lived on his own. He had never just got an apartment for himself and all the utilities in his name. He would always be with a woman and just pay all the bills. Fast forward years later, we reconnected. And we started back dating. He had changed jobs because he makes very good money. He went to another business, and the other business that he started working for, he makes very good money. I'm talking about like 6 figures types of money because of what he does. Doing mobile maintenance on 18-wheelers. But he wasn't living in a rooming house anymore. He was living in an extended stay hotel. And he had dated a woman, and they lived together, and then they broke up, and he moved into an extended stay hotel. But we tried to get back together, but I couldn't deal with the snoring, because when he would snore, we couldn't sleep in the same bed together. We could not sleep in the same bed together because his snoring was just that bad. That was one thing. Another thing, and I'm going to be very transparent here. Another thing is that he was very endowed. Very, very endowed. But he was a lazy lover. And I'm at a point in my life where I can't deal with that. I need sensuality. And it's not like we didn't have a conversation about it. We had a conversation. I told him what my needs were. I told him what I needed from him. And it was just, he was a lazy lover. The level of intimacy was not what I needed. Like I said, he was well endowed to the point where he would worry about hurting you. But that part was lacking, plus the snoring and some other stuff. And so it didn't work out. It did not work out. And sometimes you don't want to settle. At this point in my life, I don't want to settle. But I know that if I would have stayed with him, he would have taken care of everything. Between his salary and my salary, we would have a big, huge, beautiful house. He would buy me any kind of car I wanted, because we had talked about the fact that I wanted a Genesis. And he would have bought me a Genesis. I would not have had to pay a car note, insurance. I would not have had to pay nothing. Do you hear me? Nothing. But I just couldn't. Number one, I can't live with somebody that I can't sleep because of the snoring. It was, oh my God, it was terrible. I couldn't get used to it. I tried. And then also, the intimacy issue. It just was a problem for me, as well as the fact that after all these years, we got back together like 5 years later, 6 years later. And when we got back together, he was living in an extended stay hotel. So it's like, I don't know. And he's a gorgeous man. When I say a gorgeous man, he's a gorgeous, gorgeous man. And I know that with the right woman, he'll have it all. I mean, they'll have it all. I don't know. Maybe it might be my loss, but it is what it is. So I'm here. I'm getting ready to pull up at my location. That is my story time. I didn't want to drag it out. It's a lot more in between. But I will say that there are some times whenever you meet a man and he is going through some hard times and he genuinely is a good man. And this particular man, I can say, is a very good man. He just has some things that he needs to work on as far as dating someone like me. But there are women who will be okay with it because he will take care of you. He's just not the type that has ever really had his own place, and that bothered me. So I'm pulling up. I will holler at you guys a little later. I might vlog when I get inside. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Baby, let me tell you how you know that you are not about that life anymore. Let me tell you how you know you're not about that. Okay, somebody just had a real bad accident right here at, glass is everywhere. Somebody just had a really bad accident right here at Turner Hill and Mall, in front of the mall. But let me tell you how you know you are not about that life no more. Because it is 11:25 and your girl on her way home. Whenever I say your girl is on her way home at 11:25, babe, let me tell you something. Back in the day, sweetness. Back in the day, 11:25, I would just be getting in the tub to get ready to go out. Do you hear me? 11:25, I would just, especially like me and Tracy, my homegirl that was with me the night that remember story time whenever I told you that I ran into my ex at Kaya. Back in the day, me and Tracy, just me, period, especially 112 days. Back in the day, we did not get to 112 until 2 o'clock in the morning. 2 o'clock in the morning, we were just getting to 112. Now, Tracy used to make me so mad because Tracy was never on time. I get to Tracy house about 12:30, 1 o'clock. She probably hadn't even gotten in the tub yet. It used to drive me crazy. But I don't know how these babies party nowadays, but baby, whenever I say we party, Club Silver Fox, Charles Disco, 112, Nightlight, San Susie, the Velvet Room, Oh my goodness. OMG. But your girl too old for this shit. Cause it's 11:27. And I expect to be home by 11:45. I'm like Cinderella, baby. These glass slippers are gonna this coach is gonna turn back into a pumpkin, and these glass slippers are gonna come off. They're cute now. Y'all done see them in the video. They cute, but they're about to be cute back on the shelf. But I enjoyed myself as much as I can enjoy myself. I told you guys, I'm really not a club person, but it was my girl, Nika, aka Buck, played kickball together. It was her birthday, so she has invited me every year to come celebrate her birthday. And I never go. So I say, okay, today I was gonna show up. Plus, my sister's birthday, Dee's birthday was Thursday. Her birthday was Thursday. So we came out, she came out, just had a couple of drinks, but 2 drinks and food came to $58. That's another reason why I can't be out like this. But I'm on my way back home, and me and Mo, I'm not sure if Dee's gonna come out, but we want to see the Commanders play tomorrow. So we're gonna get back out tomorrow to go watch the game. But oh baby, I am so not about this life. But I'll holler at you guys later, and that's it. Y'all, I gotta do better. I just had this heated conversation on social media with someone, who I know but I really don't know, which is why I am chastising myself for even having this conversation over some damn men boots and Jordans. Ridiculous. I got to do better. I have to admit that my temper is very quick, well, it used to be. But then sometimes people will say some of the most asinine stuff, and the old me just flips and comes back. But hold up, because I need to do this little fit check with my too old to be wearing this kind of stuff as, basically, according to this person. So let me give y'all a little fit check of what I'm wearing to go watch the game. Timberlands, Levi's, white button down that I swiped from the men's section at the Goodwill, coat that I got from Forever 21, and one of my brims, because I'm always swiping these from the beauty supply store. So I am on my way to meet my girl Kia to watch the game. And just had some, this hat is gonna be too much to be in here. I would take the jacket off, but I ain't gonna take the jacket off.
So I just had a little exchange, and I will admit that sometimes I'm not going to blame it on being a Scorpio, although I will say that Scorpios do have a tendency to snap, and I snapped. And I would go back and apologize for how I snapped. But at the same time, I'll say, don't push me. Don't push me, and don't try and push buttons, because you will FAFO. So here's the conversation. I posted on Facebook 3 photos. It was a pair of I'm gonna tell you. I posted on Facebook 3 photos. It was a pair of these. I posted a pair of retro 11Js. I posted a pair of Timberlands, and I posted a pair of Polo Boots. Now, I love, out of all of those, give me the Polo Boots any day. I'm old school. As you guys know, I'm class of 88. Old school from Decatur. Polo Boots, even a man wearing some darn Sebagos just gets me, because that's from my era. So I said, this was last night. We were at Vibes having a good time. I'm checking out the brothers. I love a man that dresses nice. I love a man that's put together. It doesn't necessarily matter what brand of clothes he has on, as long as he looks put together. But it's something for me, and I'm going to read to you what I said. So I said, there are 3 shoes on a man that gets me every time, and I'm just keeping it a buck. A man can look like Magilla Gorilla, but if he has on them patent leather retro 11Js, peanut butter Tims, or old school Polo Boots with or without the strap, he got a chance. And if he has a well manicured goatee and calls me Miss Lady, if you're from Decatur or you're from Atlanta, Miss Lady was like a thing back in the 80s. That's how men approached you. It wasn't, well, it was a shawty, but it's just something about Miss Lady. Miss Lady, to me, speaks of wanting to get my attention, but it's better than saying hey, because you put Miss, M-I-S-S, and you put Lady behind it. So guys used to be like, hey, Miss Lady, let me talk to you. To me, that's more respectable than what some of them do these days. So Miss Lady is still endearing to me. So I say, especially, I say, a well-mannered goatee and calls me Miss Lady. I say, we go together real bad. Whew, Lord. So it was just a joke, just being fun. Not something too serious or heavy. Just saying that I love to see a man wearing J's. I love to, just like some men love to see a woman in a little black dress. Some men love to see women wear certain things. We as women love to see a man wear certain things as well. I was just expressing myself that those things I really love to see on a man. So I put, like I said, these are the shoes I put up. I get from one of my Eastern Star sisters, yes, we so old school, friend. I said, yes, ma'am, some things are timeless. I say, these are they. So I was referring to those boots. Those boots, in my opinion, are timeless. So someone comes on my post and says, if he is over 55, he's not trying to settle down wearing any of those shoes. He's looking for a good time. Now, y'all help me understand. How how is it that because a man wear Timberlands, Polo Boots, or J's and is over 55, you stereotype him as being not trying to settle down and he looking for a good time just because he has on those items? That is the most asinine, dumbish-ish I have ever heard. So then I say, girl, if over 55 wearing these, he has taste, in my opinion. You can have the men wearing socks and sandals. Just because you get old don't mean you gotta wear Wrangler jeans and Bobos. Even though I love to see a man with some Wrangler jeans and some cowboy boots on, it is what it is. So from there, we have had going back and forth. Her response is he still knows how to pull them, and in denial that he's aging like some women. Just be careful. I know plenty of women who are now hospice wives in their 50s because he still has or had taste. What? So you're speaking on your insecurities. You don't want a man that dresses nice and still has taste and is still fashionably inclined, because your fear is that if he is comprised of all those things, he's not going to be faithful. So the men who are 55 and older who are married, does that mean that they cheating on their wives? I mean, y'all just make it make sense to me. So I said, hun, making such assumptions about a man based on his shoes is wild and crazy work. And since I'm going to be honest, come off as a little bitter and angry. Shoes? Wow. We talking about a pair of Jordans and 2 pairs of boots. Unbelievable. So he's not supposed to dress nice? Wow. And a man wearing less stylish and more shoes like my granddaddy would be a better man? And he is having a midlife crisis? Well, I really would like to hear your thoughts on me when I step out in my heels, leather pants, rhinestone boots, little black dress, legging style boots, short shorts, and tank tops with my nipple rings, camouflage pants, 5-inch shoe boots, and 6-inch stilettos at the age of 54. Because, baby, it looks damn good on me, and as long as God is willing, I'm going to keep putting that shit on. I refuse to let anyone tell me I'm in denial about my age because they feel I need to look or dress a certain way, and I'm a damn good woman. Anyone that can make an assumption. I guess the married men who wear it and their wives like it, they need to be worried because he's cheating, huh? And then I posted some old grandpa ass shoes. She comes back with, and I'm not going to read this whole thing, but she comes back with, he can dress nice. I'm not bitter or angry, but shoes is not how to judge a man. I've walked the marriage life 22 to 23 years. It wasn't my opinion. No, it was my opinion. No matter how it ended, it did. Shoes were not an option. No brand names. Okay, so my thing is, what does you being married have to do anything with this conversation that we are having? So are you saying, and I'm going to address this in another post. So are you saying that because you were married, mind you, you're divorced now, and the conversations that we've had, you talked about how much of a trash husband he was. So why even bring up the fact that you're married as supposed to be give you some kind of as to why your opinion is more valuable than mine? But why are we even going here about me posting that I think that these shoes look good on a man and I like them? How do we get over to you being married for 23 years having to have anything to do with my liking a man who wears Timberland J's and Polo Boots? Anyway, we went back a couple more times, and the last time I went all the way in, I went and pulled Chloe. I went and pulled the old me back. And I got to work on that, ladies. I know I have to work on that. I'm still growing. I don't want you guys to think that I'm perfect or not perfect. I don't want you guys to think that I'm just this Zen sister who doesn't let people get to them. Sometimes somebody can make me snap, and the old Scorpio Chloe. Yesterday I was over my mom's house cleaning up. My mom doesn't get rid of anything. And I ran across my suspension notice in 1980. So that means I was 10 years old, getting suspended from school for fighting. November the 2nd. And I remember because I got to fight with my childhood best friend on the stage during practice for the Thanksgiving play. And we got suspended. And I'm not bragging about that. I'm not, there's nothing to be proud of. But, I told you I had a very turbulent home life, a very violent home life. And so I used to be that girl. And my mouth is real quick, real slick, real quick. But some people bring it out of you. But I just want to know, why is it that some people who have been married, this is my question. Why is it that some people who have been married before try to slick take shots at people who have not been married before? As if it is a badge of honor and as if something is wrong with you because I've been married and you've never been married. Well, here's the thing. Number one, baby girl, until I hit my late 30s, early 40s, I never wanted to get married. And I've said that before. I never wanted to get married because of the example that my mother and my father showed me. And if that was what marriage was like, I didn't want no parts of it. I've been engaged before to be married. But here's my thing. Some people have gotten married and got married multiple times to the wrong person. Some people have been married and you speak of it as if you're up here, but behind closed doors, he's whooping your ass. He's very disrespectful. He's cheating on you. He's had a baby out of wedlock, more babies out of wedlock. Half of the time he don't come home. You paying all of the bills. He's not working. He talks to you any kind of way. He treats you any kind of way. He got other kids that he doesn't take care of. Every person that is married does not have a perfect marriage. And some people are stuck in a marriage that they don't want to be in. And there's a lot of people that should have never, ever gotten married. And there's so many women out here who are walking around bitter as hell, this person, always referencing their ex and what their ex did and how their ex treated them. So being married is a beautiful thing. When I say a beautiful thing, I still want it one day with the right person. But if it does not happen, it doesn't make me less of a woman. And it doesn't make you more of a woman just because you've been married and I have not. Baby, one thing is for certain. Two things for sure. Just as good, just as much as they say fat meat don't think fat meat ain't greasy. Just as sure is everything. It's still in me. And don't bring it out of me. That's my thing. Don't test me. Don't bring it out of me. Because as much as I am a lady, I'm still that bitch. That's all I'm saying. I still got it in me. But I'm finna get ready to go in here, get me a table, get me a drink, and enjoy this game. Let's go, Commanders. Love you, bye.